Hi friends! Next Tuesday is International Dot Day. In honor of Dot Day, we're going to listen to the story The Dot by Peter Reynolds and create some beautiful dot-inspired art.
Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. "Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm," she said. "Very funny," said Vashti. "I just can't draw." Her teacher smiled. "Just make a mark and see where it takes you." Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good, strong jab. "There!" Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, "Now, sign it." Vashti thought for a moment. "Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name." The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold. "I can make a better dot than that." She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. A red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. Vashti painted and painted. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many colors. "If I can make little dots, I bet I can make big dots too." Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. "You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw," he said. "I bet you can," said Vashti. "Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler." Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. "Show me." The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. Then she said, "Sign it." The end.
All right, friends, we are going to be making a mandala. Mandala means circle. So we're going to be creating a beautiful piece of art in the shape of a circle. In the center of our mandala is going to be a dot. If you look at the yellow and pink mandala, there's a little white circle in the middle. The blue mandala has the tiny dot in the middle, and all the patterns come out from the center. Okay, we need to understand that each one of these has symmetry. If you remember in math in first grade, you learned about symmetry. Symmetry is like butterfly wings. When it opens up, it's the same on both sides. So with a circle, we need our patterns to be the same all the way around the circle. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a video of the lesson on how to make your paper plate mandalas. Here is a couple of examples of what they might look like when you're finished. Alright friends, to make our mandala we're going to need a paper plate, a black permanent marker, and some colorful markers. If you don't have a paper plate, you can use a regular piece of paper, and you can find something in your kitchen like maybe a bowl that will fit on your paper, and you can trace a big circle on your paper. If you're going to trace some dishes, do it with a pencil first, because I don't think your parents will appreciate if you get black permanent marker on your parents' dishes. But I'm going to go ahead and make mine with a plate. So the first thing we're going to do is find the very middle of our plate, and we're going to put a little dot right there. And then around that dot, I'm going to make a small circle about the size of a dime or a penny. And then if you look around the edge of your plate, there's kind of a circle already built in. So that's going to be my second circle that I draw. Alright, so now we have what looks like a donut on our plate. We have a small circle in the middle and a big circle on the outside. Now we're going to put one more circle that's right in the middle. So I'm going to find the spot that's right in the center of these two lines, and I'm going to curve my line going around, making sure that my line is still right in the middle of those two lines. So now I have what looks like a target. Alright, now we're going to be looking at adding some shapes and patterns to this. So what we want to do is fill in the spaces between our circles. So if I wanted to do some triangles, I could add some triangle shapes, but I have to make it symmetrical. So I'm going to go all the way around that inner circle and add some triangle shapes. And then maybe you want to add a bumpy line around the outside of this one. Whatever you do, you have to make it into a circle. So we have to go all the way around. Try not to draw anything really, really small, because you want to have enough space to add color in your spaces. So if you draw teeny tiny little circles, it's going to take you a really long time to color it. So we want to make sure we're leaving plenty of room. I think I'll add a dotted line inside that circle because I have a lot of space left. And I'm trying to think of one more design I can make outside of my biggest circle. Alright, so how about a square? And put kind of like a box and then leave some space. I'm just making a shape all the way around that outside circle. So if you have some big empty spaces that don't have patterns or designs in it, you want to find a way to make it look interesting. Almost done. One more. Alright. So I have my mandala drawn with my permanent marker. I have a lot of space here. I could add more there, but I'm not going to take the time to do that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and color this. The same thing with your patterns. If you color one space in, they should all be the same color because you are having symmetry. You could do a pattern like an A-B pattern. So instead of doing all red, if I wanted to do red, blue, red, blue, red, blue all the way around, that would still be symmetrical. That's not a very good green marker. It's kind of dried up. Alright, so I'm going to finish coloring my green, and then I'm going to show you some examples of mandalas that I've already made, and you can get started making yours. In just a second, when this video is over, there'll be a poster up, and It'll show you all the different kinds of lines that we practiced when we were in kindergarten, and it'll just show you some shapes. So that'll help you think of ways that you can fill in the spaces between your circles to make your mandala. All right, friends. So here's some that I've been making in class. So you can add dotted lines around the outside and color them in. You can draw lines that don't go all the way across your space and put a little ball on the end of them. Okay. You might decide to add hearts or something else, or outline your spaces with other colors. Okay, and this is what I was talking about with an A-B pattern. You have green, blue, green, blue. The pattern could also be triangle, circle, triangle, circle. So I hope that you have fun making your mandalas for Dot Day, and I hope you share them with me on our Padlet wall.